Hello everyone, it's your friend, your boy, Jet Black the one and only here with another exciting live stream, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about May 3rd, 2019. Today, the main thing that I did is go on a date with Beth, which is always fun. This is, I guess, the first real date I've gone on with Beth. Me and Beth have hung out at the Charger Union a couple times where we just kind of sat down and talked, but this is probably the longest date I've had with Beth. It went from like 1:30 p.m. all the way to like 10 something at night. Um, so this is like the longest time me and Beth have ever spent together. Long story short, she feels like there's definitely like some chemistry there. She feels a little wary only because of the fact that I may or may not be moving to Maryland, and she's like that would of course be a deal breaker, which is understandable. We talked a lot about like past relationships, what we're currently looking for in a relationship, about how neither of us want to rush into anything, and it was a nice night overall. We hung out at Barnes and Nobles, walked around Bridge Street, went to Red Robin. I got a milkshake and she got some food. We also went to It Sugar, where she got like some candy, and we just more or less walked, sat around, and talked. We had like a few memes that we made up, um, and all in all, it was like a pretty good time. I actually went to Barnes and Nobles early, like before Beth showed up, and I looked around for like hypnosis books, and I asked customer service, "Do you guys have any hypnosis books?" And they said we have one book on self hypnosis, and they walked me to the section it's supposed to be in, and then she was like, "Up, it's not here. We have no books on hypnosis at all." So I was like, "That's cool." I sat down and I read book one of Marvels. Marvels is a Marvel comic book about a photojournalist in the early days of like Marvel Comics. Back when like the two big Marvel characters were like the Human Torch and Namor the Submariner. And it's a photojournalist who's around as superheroes are starting to just appear out of nowhere. And it's just a story about his life and how much it's changed by the introduction of superheroes. But it's done art wise by Alex Ross. Alex Ross is my favorite. That Alex Ross is my favorite comic book artist. I tried to say famous and favorite at the same time. My brain's going a little too fast. He's my favorite comic book artist. Does photorealistic art. Really enjoy it. Alex Ross has done a lot of cool, like amazing Spider-Man covers. Alex Ross was the artist behind Kingdom Come, and Marvels is a fucking masterpiece. I love that it's about a photojournalist because of the fact that like the panels themselves look like painted photographs. It's really good. I've only read book one of Marvels. I was reading like a collected graphic novel. I didn't buy it. It was just something for me to read while I passed the time. Ran into this girl, Christina. Used to go to high school with her. Um, didn't really talk to her or anything. It was more or less a thing where it's like I saw her, I just said hey, I did like the fist bump thing, and that was it. Um, then later, I decided to eat at Barnes and Nobles. I was gonna get a salad at Pyology because they now have a custom salad thing, but the line was too long. So I went to Barnes and Nobles. I don't like sandwiches, but I got a ham and cheese melt. It seemed like their special that they had, and it just seemed like the easiest thing to get because I wasn't gonna just sit there and eat pastries or whatever. So I got a ham and cheese melt. I had some Harvest Cheddar Sun Chips. I had a Cinnabon layer cheesecake, which was pretty good. And then I had a mango dragon fruit tea, which wasn't bad. But while I was like eating my food, Christina and some kid, I don't know who the kid was, maybe like a little brother or something. Christina and like I think her little brother were chilling, and they sat at a table like across from me, and Christina didn't really seem like she wanted to have like a real interaction when I ran into her earlier at Barnes and Nobles. Because when I did the fist bump thing, I feel like she could have, if she wanted to talk, like ask a question or anything, and I didn't want to bother her. So when she sat over there, I was like, well, I still just don't want to bother her. So I like focused on my food and I ate my food. I texted a bit with like Dozer. I sent a text to like Aiden and CJ and stuff like that. Um, but as I was like getting near the end of my food, I look up and it looks like Christina's looking over at me. I don't know if it's a coincidence or not, So I just like ignore it. I get up. Oh, I remember. I forgot to get my chips initially. It's a thing where you order your food and then you get your own chips. So I got up, I got my chips, and then I got back in line because I didn't know if you had to ring up your chips separately. And then the woman was like, "No, you don't have to ring up your chips." And by the time I got back, her and her brother were just gone. So I was like, "Oh, okay." But I wasn't sure if I was gonna actually get to like see how she's been doing or anything like that. Because it's been a long time since I've seen Christina. We graduated together, so I just thought that was interesting. Let's see. Other than that, I didn't really do much. I started a Netflix show that I still haven't finished. Ryan said, "Hi, duel me. Hit me up on a fan poll, my guy." Excuse me. I recently haven't been super down to do like a duel during the vlog. I did do something like that recently, um, but I was feeling it. I'm not feeling it like right now. Ryan, how's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? And do you have any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on this stream? Ryan said, when there are no more fan polls to hit you up on. There are more fan polls. So remember, I only do them Monday through Thursday, and I didn't do one this Thursday because I moved. I was like moving my stuff. I'm still gonna do them Monday through Thursday. Um, Fan polls will probably poof, like actually disappear, when I have a job. When I'm like actually working 9 to 5, like Monday through Friday or whatever, that's when there won't be fan polls. But as long as I don't have a job, there should still be fan polls Monday through Thursday at like 1 p.m. Vanessa Brooks said hi. Yeah, Vanessa Brooks, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. How's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? And do you have any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the stream? Ryan said okay. Now, with that being said, like what I said about fan polls, there will be days like during the normal Monday through Thursday schedule where I won't be available to do a fan poll. For example, this coming Monday is like my niece's birthday. I'm probably going to go down to my niece's school, bring like pizza and cupcakes, and like celebrate with my niece. So I may not do a fan poll on Monday. On Tuesday, I'm going to a career fair. I got an invitation from MITRE. MITRE is hiring for a lot of cybersecurity jobs in the area, and if I do well enough at this career fair, I should be able to potentially land a job with MITRE. And that would mean that I wouldn't have to move, and it would still fulfill my scholarship obligation. I could start working immediately. So, fingers crossed on that. Um, then next Thursday, I have a scheduled hangout with Dozer and Serena for that Thursday. Now that I think about it, the Thursday hangout, depending on how well the job fair thing goes, may not happen. Because if at the job fair they're like, "You're hired, start working immediately," then I wouldn't have that time Thursday to actually spend with them. So we'll see if that happens or not. Saturday, I'm gonna be hanging out with Colin and the guys on Saturday. Um, and then Sunday is my birthday, but it's also Mother's Day. So I'm gonna spend that day at Mom's. I'm gonna drive down to Mom's, and I'm gonna toss her these hands at Mortal Kombat 11 for Mother's Day. So that should be fun. And then tomorrow I have another date with Beth. We're gonna hang out at the Deep Comics and Games for Free Comic Book Day, and she's gonna do some cosplay. Let's see. Ryan said, and when you get a job after the fan polls are obliterated, then we can duel on the vlog stream. Once I get a job and the fan polls are like Thanos snapped, then it'll be a bigger thing when I do the vlogs and I do the like vote for what we do halfway through thing. That'll be like a more important thing. Also, once I get a job, the vlogs are going to be earlier. I can't support doing the vlogs at midnight when I'm working a 9 to 5. So once I get a job, the vlogs will be at an earlier time. Let's see. Vanessa said, "I am good and good luck." Thank you kindly, Vanessa Brooks. Truly appreciate it. Yo, Nani, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. How's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? And do you have any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the stream? Let's see. I've pretty much gone over everything that I've done today. Oh, sorry about that. Yo, Kels, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. How's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? And do you have any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the stream? Also, don't forget to smash that like button if you haven't already. Um, Tomorrow, I'm gonna eat some ribs. Dad grilled some ribs while I was gone. And it's been a while since I've had like Dad's ribs. Yesterday I was talking about how it's been a while since I had like Dad's burgers. Cause I like to put like the white American cheese on it and put like barbecue sauce and stuff on it. It's pretty good. So now I'm gonna get to have Dad's ribs, and that's what I'll eat tomorrow before I go on my date with Beth. So that should be cool. So I'm going to eat ribs. Well, tomorrow I'm gonna wake up, exercise, shower, eat ribs, brush my teeth, freshen up, drive to the deep, maybe try and get there early. I'm trying to avoid a big rush at the deep because I don't like the idea of there just being like big crowds and like shitty parking. Get to the deep, do my date with Beth, and then I don't really have any other plans than that. Ryan said, I've been looking at the manga and Battle City rules. He said, I want to try and implement them in some custom duels. Interesting. Nani said Ryan versus Winslow. Are you talking about like in a fight? Like who would win? Do either of them get powers or is it just their normal set? Kel said, how'd the date go? The date with Beth went rather well. I mentioned all this earlier in the stream. But long story short, Beth was definitely feeling some chemistry. She hopes that I get a job in the area. That's her like main concern. Over the course of the date, we asked each other questions and we are trying to eliminate red flags and things that we like may not vibe with each other. And by the end of it, I think we're both left with like one thing for each person that could be a potential concern. Beth hasn't told me something about her that's like personal. I don't know what the thing is, but she's like, I'm not willing to like say it yet. I have to like get to know you a little bit better. But that could be my make or break depending on what it is. I don't think it's going to be anything bad, but just because I don't know what it is, I can't say whether it is or isn't. And then her make or break for me is if I end up moving to Maryland, she'd be like, nah. And I understand that. She's like, if you stay local, then yeah. It seems like we have like a good amount of chemistry going. Um, but if you were to move long distance, like, isn't happening. And I get that. So that's our current standing. Me and Beth have a lot of common interest, and some of our interests are similar, but just different enough to be interesting. Let's see. But the date definitely went well, and we have a second date coming up today for Free Comic Book Day. So that'd be 2 dates in a row. The date went from like 1:30 p.m. to like 10:15 p.m. or something like that. So not quite 9 hours, like an 8.5 hour date, just about. But we had a good time, and it was one of those things where time flew really quickly, especially from like 1:30 to 5. She like said something out loud about that. She was like, "Oh shit." It was like a 4 hour jump kind of thing. Let's see. Nani said just a normal fight, Ryan versus Winslow. I think Winslow would probably goot the fuck out of Ryan. If they had powers, I think it'd be a little bit different. Kells said, have you decided on your Dragon Ball Z outfit? I really want to get to that Dragon Ball Z fan art. Okay, so I have thought about it a little bit. Um, Give me one moment. So this is going to be an odd request, but I want armor that kind of looks like your boy from Dragon Ball GT. I'll show you what I mean. His name's Giru, not to be confused with Jiro. I'm referring specifically to Giru. So I like armor that looks like Giru. That's my whole thing. The only other thing that I could see, like if I get like an accessory, well, we're fusing. I don't think I get an accessory. If it's just an outfit, then armor that looks like Giru. That'd be my thing. Let's see. Where the fuck am I at? Ryan said, I'm weak, but I am thinker than Aiden. So I would probably win. I think you mean thicker. So why do you feel like your thickness will be the deciding factor in a battle between like you and Winslow. Nani said thicker people can still get dropped. Ryan said also depends on reasons for fight, for how hard we go at it. I imagine Nani's just saying like bloodlusted. Nani said especially if they have no stamina or don't exercise. Then Ryan said true. Nani said so is Beth a lesbian? Nope. Beth seems heterosexual, really hard. Um, Ryan said like I don't exercise, and then Nani said yee. Kel said maybe she doesn't like pineapple on pizza, and that's the secret, says under his breath. For me, that would be a green flag. I'm glad that you said green flag. I asked Beth earlier today, did she have any red, yellow, or orange flags? Green was the only flag color I didn't say. Nani said, wow, finally the links are working for me. Kel said, I'm going to draw a picture of you two unfused too. It's probably just a sketch though. Okay, that sounds dope. I'd be more than happy to see it. Nani said, would you ever live stream with her? If she was comfortable with that, then yeah. She did a Instagram live stream. I still need to get her Instagram like account thing. I asked her about it because I mentioned that what you said, Nani, where you were like, "What's her Instagram?" And she said I could send you my Instagram, like the name, so that you could then share it so that they could like check it out. So I still need to ask her about that. But if she's interested in doing like her own live stream stuff, then she may be interested in being on these streams. We'll have to see. Let's see. And then Nani said like if you guys become a thing. Then Nani said, "Oh yeah, Nick, I changed the Deku versus Goku." Okay, I can check that out. Give me one moment. Also, Kels, I am super stoked. I actually am excited to see the sketches for me and Winslow separately as well as fused. I think that'll actually add a lot to seeing the fusion, seeing how you draw separately. So I think that'd be pretty dope. Let's see. Kel said, "So you want Giru armor?" Yeah, I want armor that looks like Giru. I was gonna ask for a weird accessory, but I don't think you're doing accessories. If you wanted accessories, then I'd have one other thing that I'd want on my character. Let's see. Nani said, so Goku is Super Saiyan 2, and in the background it's going to be Master Roshi confronting All Might. That's interesting, actually. Um, Master Roshi versus All Might. I think Master Roshi's just stronger, to be honest. Nani said, no, I didn't post it. I'm still working on it. Okay, ballin'. Kel said, can you describe how it would look on a person? And then Kel said, what's the accessory? I can add accessories. Describe how it would look on a person. So Giru, as you can see in that picture, is like kind of bulky. I would want like a more like streamlined version of it that fits on a body. Um, oh, here's something that could be like a good guide. Let me type something in real quick. For a second, I wanted to see if there was something like that that already existed. I guess a good guide for it would be. Give me one moment. I gotta get you a link. There we go. And here we go. So think of it as like a blue beetle kind of slimmed like slim armor, right? Like armor that kind of like sticks to your body. Like I don't want something bulky. I don't want to look like I'm in like a mecha or anything. I want it to be kind of like streamlined, you know, like on your body. Like it's weird to describe. I don't want a thick suit. I want a form-fitting mechanical suit, but Giru style. Let's see. Nani said, why Giru armor though? Giru is like a futuristic robot that seems to have like its own sentience to it. And I'm really into the concept of like sentient machines and sentient AI. So Giru armor I would see as being like a sentient armor thing. That would be my thing. Kel said, okay, I get it. I'll do my best. Ballin'. Uh, Ryan posted upside down the words, sometimes this is fun. Excuse me. And then the one accessory, right? This is kind of weird, but I had won a watch that was actually a reality machine. To give an idea of what a reality machine is, I'll post a picture. They just look like crock pots with mouths. But the reality machine is like a thing that was in Dragon Ball Super, and I'd really love to have like a watch version of it, where it would look like a little crock pot with a mouth just on my wrist. I think that'd be dope. Kel said, "Can you describe the watch?" So it's essentially would be like a wristband that goes around, and at the top of the wristband, you have this thing that looks like a crock pot, like the thing in the picture. You have like a thing that looks like a crock pot, and it has eyes and a mouth on it, and that'd be it. So that's how I'm imagining the watch. I think there's a better name than crock pot. I think it looks like a very specific type of like rice cooker or something. But that's like the inspiration for the little watch thing. But I think if I was like in the Dragon Ball world, I'd probably want like that Giru armor, like the sentient machine armor, and like a reality machine watch. I think that'd be dope. I don't know why I'm doing this pose, but that's what I'm imagining. Like I have the armor on, I have the hand up, and then like on my wrist is like the reality machine watch. That's what I'm like envisioning like in my mind. You don't have to do it like that. That's just my current thought process. Kel said, I'm gonna start on the sketch now. Okay. Ballin'. Thank you kindly, Kels. Truly appreciate it. Um, what am I thinking about? Oh, I've missed a few things. Kel said, I'll do my best. Thank you kindly. Ryan said, which is harder to read? But he said it upside down. Then Nani said, would Ryuko versus Rukia be a cool fight? It's time to Google Ryuko. Oh, is it the main? No. Oh, it's the Kill la Kill chick versus Rukia. I haven't finished Kill la Kill, and I also haven't finished Bleach. I don't know how strong Ryuko gets. Like, I'm not sure if it's a fair fight. Who do you think would win that fight, Nani? I think you know a lot more about both things. Let's see. So then Ryan said upside down. Oh, he's making it backwards. I see. So Ryan said upside down and backwards, which is harder to read. Kel said GT is high key underrated. I feel like the beginning of GT, I should watch it. I skipped the beginning of GT because I was like, I don't want to be bored. But now that I think about it, I could potentially watch the beginning of GT like without skipping it and actually enjoy it. So I should probably just watch the beginning of GT. I skipped the beginning pretty much. Um, I also only watch parts of the Baby Vegeta part, but I could probably watch the beginning through Baby Vegeta and then move forward from there. Well, I've already seen the stuff after Baby Vegeta, but I didn't watch the very beginning and I didn't watch the Baby Vegeta stuff. Let's see. Kel said, "Do you have any idea on Winslow's outfit?" Um, I'll post you a link to the Empire of Eternia, his YouTube channel. That way you can just straight up see video of Winslow like wearing clothes. Unless you're asking about like specifically his Dragon Ball outfit. Because to be honest, Winslow, as far as I'm aware, doesn't watch Dragon Ball. Like I'm not even sure what he would want, if I'm being real with you. Nani said, I'm thinking about making a pic of both of them fighting. Nani said, I forgot about Ryuko. I need to rewatch it. Nani said, give Winslow the Malfoy wizard outfit. I don't know why you think he looks like Malfoy. Kel said, I know about Bleach and Kill la Kill. I think Rukia would win because of her Bankai, but the Kill a Kill girl could speed blitz her before she activates her Bankai. Interesting. Sounds like a fair assessment. I mean, I don't watch it, so I don't know. May or may not be the case. Let's see. Um, I'm pretty excited to eat some of Dad's ribs tomorrow. Dad grilled some ribs. I'm still thinking about them, which shows how hype I am for these ribs. I'll probably have like Dad's ribs, jalapeno chips, Sprite, maybe a Sprite mixed with like some spicy cider. Um, would I want chips with the ribs? Do I need chips with the ribs? So right now, Dad has the ribs separated where it's like four ribs stuck together. So you can like get that on a plate and like microwave it. And I'm curious if four ribs are enough or if that's not enough food for my whole day. I think I've done the four rib thing before and not necessarily vibed with it. So I'm curious if I need to eat two things of the ribs or if I just should eat four ribs or if I should have like four ribs and some chips. Because normally I split my one meal of the day into four portions. So if those four portions are four individual ribs, like when you rip it up, then that would be my whole meal. But maybe I shouldn't count one rib as a whole portion of ribs. I don't really know. Nani said Rukia can do her Bankai really fast. Kel said I was referring to the DBZ outfit. Can you ask him when you get the chance? I don't want to cuck him and just give him normal clothes. If Winslow in the Dragon Ball universe is anything like Winslow in real life, Winslow in real life I think kind of dresses like a hipster a little bit. But Winslow also does like research, and he's really big into science. If you gave him like a lab coat kind of thing, like you dressed him up like he's a professor, and you give him like a lab coat and just the rest of it like hipster clothes. Yeah, if you dress Winslow like a hipster with like glasses and give him like a lab coat, I think that'd be pretty fitting. That's just what Winslow looks like. And I think Winslow in Dragon Ball World would probably be even more into that. Kel said, so a hipster scientist? Mm-hmm. And then he said, got it. Ryan said, which is better? A better name for the game Duel Monsters or Magic and Wizards? Oh, wait, no. Which is better? A better name for the game Duel Monsters or Magic and Wizards? Oh, you didn't put a colon. That's the problem, Ryan. That's why that sentence is like a train wreck. Which is, and also, you put too many things in there. So here's the sentence that I think Ryan wanted. Which is a better name for the game? Colon, Duel Monsters, or Magic and Wizards? Question mark. Um, I'd say Duel Monsters. Magic and Wizards sounds redundant. Wizards are wizards not magical? That's the weird part. And then Ryan said, so Dr. Doofenshmirtz for the hippie, not hippie, hipster scientist. Ooh, let's see. I had a lot of fun with the Beth date. I think the Deep for Free Comic Book Day will also be really fun. I'm just worried about traffic. I'm just worried about parking. I really don't want to like go to the Deep and there are like a ton of cars and a ton of kids and like young people driving and I have to deal with getting around like young people and making sure to like watch out for kids because kids could pop out of a car at any moment and trying to like park safely next to a car and then try and get out when there are a bunch of kids everywhere. That's my main thing. I don't want to be in a weird situation where it's like you have to be like super duper cautious, but that seems like what I'll have to do. Kel said the reality machine is high key just a crock pot with arms and legs. Facts. It does have a face. It has like eyes and a mouth or whatever. But you are right. That's just straight up what the reality machine is. Um, the big thing about the reality machine is that the one that they unveil in Dragon Ball Super, it can create anything that you imagine. So if you imagine some shit, the reality machine can just like pop that into existence. That's what I really like about it. Mm. Boom, 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 boom. I think it's probably the most powerful thing in the Dragon Ball universe. Being able to create whatever you imagine is some good shit. Especially when multiple people's imaginations can get put together. In the episode where they unveil the newest version of the reality machine, they have like everybody in the world focus on it, like via like a TV feed, and they want everyone to imagine what they think is the most delicious food they've ever had, and it creates like a composite, like small ball that I imagine would be like the most delicious thing ever based on what the average person would consider the most delicious thing. And I was like, wow, that's actually like really dope. Let's see. Ryan said, check out this overpowered card. So, Domain of the Dark Ruler. It's a continuous trap card. Wait, it's a continuous trap spell card? The fuck? It's a manga card from Yu-Gi-Oh! R. Activate only when your opponent activates a spell or trap card. Negate the activation and the effects of that card, and of any spell or trap card that is activated while this card is face up on the field. So it stops something that your opponent's trying to do, and just says fuck off to every other spell and trap card on the field. It's pretty good. Continuous trap spell. What the fuck? Why is it called a trap spell? That's the only part that I don't get. Is it not just a continuous trap? Uh, Ryan says all other spells and traps have their careers canceled. And then Ryan posted a link to what trap spells are. Okay. They're simultaneously treated as both spells and traps. They only occur in the manga. Huh. And then when they're actually put in the game, they're made into spells or traps. They just decide. That's interesting, actually. Why do you think they don't put trap spells into the game? Like, why is it that we don't get those? I mean, we get them, but we don't get them as trap spells. Because we already have pendulum monsters, which are monsters and spells at the same time. Why can't we have spells and traps at the same time? And then I imagine Ryan just sent me a list of trap spells. I'm good. I don't think I want to look at a whole list of trap spells. Especially since they don't stay trap spells once they actually enter the game. Let's see. Sorry about all the yawning. Ryan said there are only 7. So there are only 7? Odd. Kel said, how do trap spells work? Based on what I read, they're treated as traps and as spells at the same time. So I imagine you can play them during your main phase 1 straight out of your hand like a spell. Or you can set it and then activate it on your opponent's turn, or any time after the turn you set it. It's kind of like a quick play, but not really, because a quick play you could play during any phase, where just a normal spell you can only play during your main phase. I don't know why I said main phase 1 either. I don't know why I said main phase 1 earlier. You can probably play a trap spell during your main phase 1 or your main phase 2, or you can set it and then activate it at any point after the turn you set it. And then Ryan said that includes the field trap spell Sand Fortress, and it's apparently the only field trap spell. reduces a total of 3,000 points of damage from direct attacks toward the player. These points decrease as the player takes damage, and when they become 0, this card is destroyed. So, it's a damage sponge. That's cool. Did this ever get put in the game? Ryan said, keep in mind, the manga has rules like normal spells can activate outside the main phase if set, and such other rules. The fuck? So, the manga makes normal spells better, is what I'm hearing. And, trap spells just sound weird then. What's the difference between a trap and a normal spell? Sorry, what's the difference between a trap spell and a normal spell? That's what I meant to ask. Ryan said in the manga, the dual disc only have 5 zones total, which is also weird. Don't they have slots where you can put in the spells and traps or whatever? Let's see. Ryan said in the anime there are 5 monster zones and 5 spell and trap zones. I was thinking about something. Oh, while I was on my date with Beth, my phone got a notification that was like, you got a new match on Tinder. And I've decided I'm not gonna really fuck around on Tinder that hard. Um, the Beth thing seems like it could work out really well. I actually do seem to like Beth. Um, so I'm gonna focus on Beth right now. I've not really talked to Danica that much recently. I think she's just really busy, and in her own words, she already mentioned that she's not like super available for a relationship right now. She's like watching kids and doing an internship, and she's busy most days. She's only ever free on Saturdays, and recently on Saturdays, she's been busy with family stuff, so she hasn't been free on Saturdays. Beth wants to try and maybe do a date once a week, every week, and to stay in contact through like texting and stuff throughout the week when not on dates. And she's free like most weekends. So it just seems like things with Beth will probably work out a little bit better. Let's see. Ryan said the manga dual discs don't have the slots. And then Ryan said, and there are rules governing how many spells and traps can be activated and set per turn. Interesting. I was not aware of this. The manga is quite different. Would you say that the manga's rule set is simpler or easier than what's currently going on? Let's see. Right now I'm looking at my subscription box on YouTube because I haven't really looked at it. Also, sorry about that whispery noise. Let's see. Ryan said manga rules are greater than anime rules generally. Well, do you think the manga rules are easier than like the real game? Like easier to like understand and play? Because that would be my question. And anime rules are pretty trash, not gonna lie. Let's see. Ryan said several times the anime has weird bullshit rules where the manga didn't. That's weird. They're just adding stuff for no reason. Is what it sounds like. Let's see. Right now I'm still scrolling through my YouTube subscription feed, trying to see if anything really interesting happened today. Donkey's putting what looks like Mortal Kombat 11 spoilers in his titles now. He needs to calm down with that. Looks like the Dual Logs did another custom card review. That could be interesting. Still scrolling through. Apparently, there was a synchro monster that DPYGO talked about. I don't give a fuck about synchros, so I'm not too interested in that. Also, Masako X said that he's getting married, I guess. Congratulations to Masako X. I didn't know that. Let's see. There's some more tournament play. Sonic Fox and Mortal Kombat 11 out. That's actually pretty interesting. Might check that out. There's a Ben 10 clip that's like 4 minutes that says that Ben is a bad guy. That might be interesting if it makes the aliens look any different or behave any different. I'm gonna check GoGo Anime, see if there's any new anime stuff that's coming out. Let's see. Curious if there's anything I need to be watching. Oh shit! Mob Psycho 100 Season 2. Episodes 1 and 2 are now available in dub on GoGo Anime. That actually is pretty exciting news. I can finally start watching the new season of Mob Psycho 100. Ryan said in the anime, Jinzo has rust-proof metal, making it immune to the time magic of Time Wizard. This happening in Battle City, which somewhat moves away from the weird Season 1 rules. But in the manga, Time Wizard just wasn't played. It just isn't there. Okay? Rust-proof metal is weird. I thought it was always weird in Yu-Gi-Oh! When they would explain stuff away, not by card effects, but by just saying there's some innate quality of the card that's not like expressly like written on it. Um, like when Yugi's like destroy the moon, because the moon logically controls the tides, so that you're able to use the water to hide the monsters. I was like, the fuck. It's just it's interesting, but it only makes sense from like a weird outside of game logic perspective, and then even then, not really. Let's see. I think I might get some cider. I think I'm getting thirsty. I'll be right back. I'm gonna pour myself like a cup of cider. Ryan said a lot of that happens in early duels, like in Duelist Kingdom. Yeah. BRB. I just poured myself a cup of lukewarm, unshaken cider. Spicy cider. Let's see, Ryan said, but such things do show up later. Mm. Ah. Is everyone having a good day today so far? Right now I'm just kind of chilling. Refresh. Kel said, yo, can you check the amino? Yeah. So I clicked latest to see if there was any new stuff. But I don't see any new stuff. Have you posted the new stuff? I just hit up another refresh. Let me see. I haven't gone into too much detail about the date stuff. just because I feel like I learned a lot of like personal stuff about Beth, and I wouldn't want to put her on blast. Um, but it definitely was a good date, and we definitely had like some nice funny moments. But I feel like those funny moments get into stuff that I wouldn't want to discuss. Let's see. Kel said, "I'm having a good day. There was a pink dildo found in my school. Interesting. I saw Bill Maher today stir a bowl of wet ramen with a dildo." Kel said, "Check your DMs on Amino." Oh, well, I'll have to go see. Checking my DMs. One moment. Okay. Let me. Hey, there we go. So here's a rough sketch of the outfit that Kels is drawing. So I asked for a Giru style armor for my character. So what Kels is currently doing, he's going to do a Dragon Ball Z style fusion between me and your boy Winslow. So right now he's drawing me and Winslow individually, and then he's going to draw us fused together. So far, I like the armor. I feel like you're doing it because I was having trouble describing like how you make something like form fitting, but I feel like you understand what I mean, and it looks pretty good so far. The belt, the way that it looks, kind of reminds me of Batman Beyond's belt that he has, and I like how you have like the armor pad set up so far for the Giru armor. So I'm digging it. I asked that my Dragon Ball Z style character have armor inspired by Giru from Dragon Ball GT. So I'm digging what you've done so far, Kels. Hashtag congrats. Hashtag I'm digging it so far. Mm. Let's see. Kel said, "Do you want a helmet or not?" I prefer no helmet. That way it'll be easier to recognize that it's your boy. And then it'll also be easier to see what features carry over from the individual me and Winslow to the fused me and Winslow. Mm. This cider's pretty good. Lukewarm. I dig it. Mm. But yeah, right now I'm just chilling. I just feel like there's not too much to talk about this time around. But that's not really true. I can always just ask questions. What is everyone's favorite book? Quick question in the live chat. Feel free to tell me in the chat below. What is your favorite book and why? I actually would be very curious to hear what you guys say. Also, sorry about that. Sometimes I get like an air bubble. Probably came from me drinking the cider, which is why my voice sounded different for a minute. Let's see. There we go. So I'm going to pop that down for a moment. Man, I haven't been on Maids and Masters roleplay Amino in a hot minute. I just haven't really been on Amino. Kels said not a book type of guy. Sorry. No problem, Kels. No problem at all. My favorite book is Batman Incorporated. It's a graphic novel written by Grant Morrison. I'm not even a big Batman guy, but the story is pretty kick ass. Batman has come back from being presumably dead, but he wasn't actually dead. He was sent back in time by Darkseid's Omega beams and has been skipping generation by generation forward, going from being like a caveman to being like a witch hunter and being a pirate and shit like that, to finally returning to the modern day where he's reclaimed the title of Batman from Dick Grayson, but he also got to get a glimpse of the future, and he's like, we're not ready for the future. In order to be prepared for the future, we need Batman to be around the world. So he travels around the world finding superheroes that already exist and people who have the potential to become great superheroes, and he's like giving them like access to his money and resources to become the Batman of wherever they're from. So you get like a parkour Batman of France, and you get like a Native American Batman who has like his own like special like bat cave set up, and you have like the Batman of Africa who's more like an Iron Man type character. And it's just a really cool ass book. Specifically, Batman Incorporated Volume 1. I've not read Volume 2 by Grant Morrison. Volume 2 is when shit hits the fan, and it's a really different kind of story. But Batman Incorporated Volume 1 is like my favorite graphic novel. Ryan said Pirate Batman is best Batman because he has a ship. Current Batman has like a spaceship. Does that not count? And he has a bat boat. I mean, I think those should count. Also, your boy Ryan, I just realized, does really like pirate ships. You were hype about pirate ships, I think. Wait, was it you or was it Aiden? Somebody was hype as fuck about pirate ships when we first played Lego Worlds, but I don't know who it was. There was someone who was like, I really, really want a pirate ship. Excuse me. I think it was Ryan. I think Ryan really wanted that pirate ship. Am I right? I think I might be right, but I don't know for sure. Yeah, I feel like one of my hairs, like from my face, that's not from me. I think that's from the cider. I was like, there's something in the cider, but it may just be like an apple fragment. Ryan said because Lego has pirate ships. That's true. So I can understand your desire for pirate ships. Let's see. It's interesting that I have so much dead air for this particular vlog. I keep thinking about stuff that I did today, but like I said, we had like a lot of cool jokes and memes from today's date, but those memes and jokes come from talking about like personal topics. So if I was to tell you guys all the jokes and funny moments from the dates, because the jokes and funny moments are built off of inside jokes that are based off of information that you guys don't know, it just wouldn't give value to it. Because normally I never run out of shit to talk about on these vlogs. I can just talk about my day, but I can't talk about most of my day other than just say it was good. Ryan said from the older pirate sets and from Pirates of the Caribbean licensed sets. Ryan said, but it seemed like there were no pirate ships of such scale on LEGO Worlds. So Ryan, I'm gonna hit you up with a secret. It's not really that secret though. Also, is there something on my face? I saw like a light glitter off my face, and I was like, the fuck was that? So here's the secret, Ryan. The very first level of LEGO Worlds, they take you to a world that has pirates on it. And there's a big ass ship. But you'd have to copy and paste that ship. It's not a kind of thing that you can drive. It's like land. It's not landfall. The fuck? Where a ship is stuck on land. I know there's a word for it. Beached? It's beached, I think. You say that for whales. I don't know if you say that for ships. It's stuck on land. But there is like a big ass Lego pirate ship. It's the first thing you see in like Lego Worlds, more or less. Then Ryan says, sounds like we need to copy that ship. Can we even still find the first world that you come from in Lego Worlds? It's the very first one. Ryan said, run around. Yeah, we could get that. Well, he said run aground. Oh, I see. That's what it's called when the ship gets stuck on land. Cool. It's run aground. But yeah, we could do that, Ryan. I'm now at my dad's, as you know. I'm no longer at the dorm. But we could like find a day to hang out. The big thing is, if I start working soon, I probably will only be free on the weekends. And then I'll probably dedicate one day of the weekend to Beth, because that just makes sense. Because we're going to try and do a date at least once a week. Um, I'm actually curious when we'll do next week then, now that I think about it. because I'm free next week, Friday. Damn, is that the only day? No, I'm free Wednesday. I'm free Wednesday and Friday of next week. And then Ryan posted a link to Wikipedia talking more about it. Thank you for the link. I probably won't check that out. No offense. It's just getting late. Um, but cool. I appreciate the sharing of knowledge. Oh, I saw some of My Hero Academia Vigilantes. I didn't read any of it, but it was at Barnes and Nobles. And I pointed it out to Beth. I was like, I have some friends who've read some of this, and they say it's good. Unrelated to today, but the other day, I was at the Center for Cybersecurity Research and Education, and Chase had told me, yeah, Telly, he watches Hunter x Hunter. Chase is like, I don't watch Hunter x Hunter. But if you watch Hunter x Hunter and you want someone to talk to about it, you should go talk to like Telly or Jesse, because they watch it. So I run into Telly. Telly's like one of the first people I run into. And I ask him if he watches Hunter x Hunter. And he's like, nope. He's like, I've seen it. He's like, not as in like he's watched it, but like he's like seen like images. And he's like, I don't like the animation style. And I'm like, well, do you read the manga? And he's like, no. And I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. And that's about it. Ryan said, I haven't seen Telly in a good minute. He looked happier. I'm very used to, like, my old memories of Telly is Telly looking, like, very neutral. Like, no real expression or anything. Now when I see Telly, he's, like, smiling. He just seems like he has a happier disposition about himself. So that's cool. I dig that. Thinking back to seeing Telly at the center makes me think back to when I got to see the scholarship head, and he was talking about how like I might need to be like less eccentric and less like gestury and energetic when I go to like job interview stuff. I'm not sure if that necessarily has to be the case. I don't think it's as bad as he might think it'll be, um, but we'll see. Job Fair Tuesday. Wish me luck, guys. Rocky Ford, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. How's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? And do you have any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the stream? I'm going to end the stream like in the next few minutes. So I'm going to start the outro, but the stream's not actually over yet until it hits an hour. I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you like this video, make sure to smash that like button. I notice we can only have 4 viewers and 1 like. Can we get this video up to 4 viewers and 4 likes? Truly appreciate it. And ding ding ding, ring that notification bell to be notified whenever we do these live streams. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And thank you all for tuning in. This is your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black the one and only, logging out. Peace. And like I said, we're not really logging out until we hit like an hour. Nani said, wow, already? Like I said, when we hit an hour is when we'll log out. Rocky Ford said he's doing good today. He said, did you hear Dark Neostorm? And then he said, Cinderella Disney. I'm not a big fan of these Disney live action movies. Not saying they're bad, it just seems like a weird flex. A weird, unnecessary flex. They could also just do new things. They could do new things in live action, and that would be fine. Nani said, Nick, do you like piercing? Nope, I don't do piercings or anything like that. Nani says he's thinking about getting some on his ears. You do you. That's something that I personally would never do. So Dark Neostorm is a new card pack? Is there like some crazy news about it? Let's see. Then Rocky Ford said, Yu-Gi-Oh! Dark Neostorm. Yeah, it looks like it's a card pack. Is there like some crazy stuff in there? Like what about it, I guess, would be my question. I haven't really heard about it, no. What's coming out this week in comic books? Let's see. Rocky Ford said Firewall Exceed Dragon is the new Firewall Dragon. Oh, I see. Nani said, what if girls have them on their, like, clit or tits? I've seen piercings on, like, those parts of the body before. I don't really care for piercings. Nani said, that's pretty hot. And then Nani said, I mean, do you like them? No, they're just kind of there. Like, For one, real quick, when they have piercings there, right? It makes it where those areas are like sensitive in like a dangerous way. Like if you like interact with those piercings, you could potentially cause the piercing to come out when it's not supposed to, which could be like painful, or you could potentially like tug on something too hard. And also, when they have like a clit piercing, that could cause difficulties when actually like having sex. So piercings like in areas like that can be more of an inconvenience than anything else. But no, piercings have never done anything for me. I'm not super into piercings. Now, if a girl has like earrings or something, that's fine. And I will compliment earrings if they like look cool. But piercings, it's not that they look bad. To me, they're just there. And they're also like a maintenance thing. It's something that they have to like take care of. And if something goes wrong, they might need surgery to remove. Piercings can just be a hassle, especially when they're on like random parts of the body, like what you mentioned. Let's see. Rocky Ford said, yes, it's a pack. And did you hear about Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist Link Evolution for Switch? I did not. So I guess there's a new Yu-Gi-Oh! Game for Switch. That sounds kind of cool. I'm not super into the Nintendo Switch stuff. Uh, PlayStation, that's my current jam. But I am interested in Google Stadia. Um, Once Google drops that new, like, I guess, game streaming service, I'd be interested in seeing what it's all about. Maybe jumping in on it pretty early, seeing if it's good. Let's see. Ryan said, I disagree. Ryan said, I don't think they're hot. Well, then me and Ryan are in agreement. I don't think the piercings are hot, like on a woman's body. I just think they're there. You know what I mean? I don't see that and go like, ooh, attractive. I go, ooh, that's just something that you have to maintain. And now you have like additional vulnerabilities where if something gets snagged on it or something goes wrong, you have to like potentially get like a medical thing. Maddie's had to get like piercings removed before, like surgically, and it's not a good time. It's something that you have to make sure that you keep clean. It's actually just like a big maintenance thing. I'm not talking about like earrings or anything like that. Like Nani, if you want to get earrings, that's fine. You do you. But piercings all over the body, it just gets complicated. It just starts getting weird and complicated. Let's see. Sam said, hey, what's up? Yo, Sam, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. How's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? And do you have any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on this stream? Kel said, check your DMs on Amino. I'm going to jump into these DMs right now. Okay, so here are some sketches by Kels. Right now he's working on doing a sketch of your boy with Giru armor inspired by GT. I dig it. Right now, of course, I can still see like the grid lines that you drew. I think once that goes away, it'll be like easier to like see. But I definitely see the likeness with like the dreads and the beard and everything. So I'm vibing. Right now, I just tried to use arrow keys, but I don't think I can scroll between them with arrow keys. Oh, and then there's like an image of me like shooting a blast. That's pretty dope. So it has like Iron Man style like repulsor blasters. Let me focus it. I'm sorry. Trying to film the screen can be kind of weird. I'm definitely going to download these. Like I said, I'm trying to keep track of all the fan art that you guys have made and compile it. So yeah, that's definitely dope. I'm digging it. I'm excited to see what you're going to do with Winslow, and of course the final fusion of me and Winslow. I think that'll be pretty cool. But I am digging what you got so far. Ooh, so thank you kindly, Kills. I do truly appreciate that. I always love it when you guys submit fan art and fan fiction. If you guys have any ideas for fan art that you'd like to submit or fan fiction, feel free to submit them to the Amino. I want to get it all together, like all the different fan art submissions, and have like a proper video where I like talk about each one. And I talk about what I like and what I dislike and things of that nature. So I'm gonna try and do that once I get like 10 pieces of fan art. that I can like put together and then do a video on where I just talk about it, because I think that'd be dope. I really like what you got so far, Kels, with the sketches. Um, I feel like I enjoy the fact that you do have the dreads in it and the beard, because I do feel like that kind of sells the likeness. I think without the dreads and the beard, you could say like, "Oh, that's anybody," but I think the combination does really sell it well. So I dig that. And I do feel like you understood what I meant when I was like a slimline suit inspired by Giru. It definitely does have that appearance. So thank you kindly. I feel like you're doing a good job so far. Most def. And plus, you did that like during the time period of like this stream. So I dig it. Let's see. So where are we at? Nani said, "Will you ever do longer streams again?" Yeah, I could see that. I think part of the reason why I haven't been doing long streams since I've been out of school is because of the fact that I got back from moving all my stuff Thursday, and I was like, I have a date with Beth tomorrow, so I want to like go to bed at like a decent time. And then um, tonight, it's like I just got back from a date with Beth. I gotta get prepared for a date with Beth. So it's like I have another date with Beth. So I need to like also make sure that I go to bed at like a good time. Let's see. Then Ryan said girls walking in like pain. Walking in like pain with those tit piercings. Pain being a reference to a Naruto character. It took me a minute to understand what you were talking about. Excuse me, Ryan. Got him. Let's see. Then Ryan said, which we all know he has. Lol. Then Nani said, ew, really? He said, I just want them on my ears, not like on my body. Hell no. Well, people do the stuff on their body. I only mentioned that because that's what you mentioned earlier. Let's see. Sam said, do you want to play Yu-Gi-Oh? I haven't been playing Yu-Gi-Oh on the vlog streams. I am going to keep doing fan poll streams, but it seems like fan poll streams, at least next week, are going to be weird. Monday, I'm going to go to my niece's birthday, so I probably won't do a fan poll stream Monday. Tuesday, I'm going to a job fair, so I'm probably not going to do a fan poll stream Tuesday. Wednesday and Friday, I might go on a date with Beth. I don't know which day would work better for her. Thursday, I'm hanging out with your boy Dozer and Serena because Serena's day is off. Serena's day off, so that should be fun. Saturday, I'm hanging out with Colin and the guys at Emerald Ridge. Sunday, I'm hanging out with my mom for Mother's Day and also for my birthday. So that's my schedule next week. So next week, at best, there will be like one fan poll, it seems like. And it'll either be, fuck. Yeah, at best, there will be a fan poll Wednesday. I just realized on Fridays we don't even do the fan poll. So at best, we'll have a fan poll next week on Wednesday. And that's only because next week in particular, I just have a lot of stuff scheduled. Of course, I'll do vlogs every night. I always try to do a vlog every night when I can. Curse those vlog delays, which do happen sometimes. But there will be a vlog every night, and I will try to stream more. I've just been busy with stuff. I got out of college, moved all my stuff, and then like I immediately started going on dates, and then scheduling things with friends. So things just kind of stack up. Let's see. Kel said, "I only care of he. Oh, I only care if he has piercings on his lips, nips, or junk. Otherwise, piercings are whatever for me." Then Nani said, "Lol, Kels," and he said, "In good drawing." Oh, Nani showing love. Ryan said, "I want to play Yu-Gi-Oh, but it's too late." It's too late. Hey. Nani said, "That's why. That's what Ryan likes." Then Sam said, "Yo, I might draw you later if you want." Oh, ballin'. Thank you kindly, Sam. Truly appreciate it. If you do any fan art, feel free to submit it to the Amino. I always love to share fan art on the vlog. And like I said, I want to do a big video where I show off the different fan art pieces and talk about what I like and dislike about each piece. Give like my feedback on it and talk about what I enjoy about each piece and like the story behind each piece if there is a story. Let's see. Nani said, "Should I show you my rough draft tomorrow?" Sure, of like Goku versus Deku. I'd be down. Kel said, "I'm glad you like the art." Ryan said piercings that aren't chakra receivers are usually lame. Lol. Then Kel said, just so you know, Winslow's gonna be part Saiyan, because I want to draw the fusion with Saiyan hair. Interesting. Winslow's getting those genetic boost. Nani said, why not with Malfoy wizard outfit? Then Kel said, what should the fusion name be? Jinslow? Jeanette? Um, Hopefully it won't be wet, because wet is also an option. But you got wet. You already said Jinslow and Jeanette. Then Nani said Nick Slow. Let's see. Jet Slow? Which is also. Jet Slow sounds dumb. It's like an oxymoron. Because jets are fast, not slow. So Jet Slow is kind of dumb. You could also do Slow Jet, I guess. Windjet? Windjet actually sounds kind of cool. Kind of sounds like wind jet. Um, hmm. What are you currently feeling, Kels, when it comes to a name? Nani said Nick Slow with a Z as well. And he said like John Wick. Oh, he says Slow Wick. Slow Wick. Ooh, that was an interesting pop. That was an aggressive neck crack. Before I end the stream, because I do plan to end the stream now that we're past an hour, do you guys have any questions, discussion topics, or just want to talk about your day? Like before I like cut the stream? Because I have a little bit of time. Ryan said make the name Bob. Kel said Jazao. Jazao. Giselle sounds like something Dave Chappelle would yell when he punches you in the face, my dude. Giselle! 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 Let's see. Nani said, Kel's Lowick. So far, I'm a fan of Windjet. I don't know what Winslow would want, necessarily. I think Winslow would say wet for the meme, but I doubt it. The only reason why I like Windjet is because it sounds like wind jet. It sounds almost like they go together. You know what I mean? But that's just me. Nani said Windjet and Zlowick are my fave. And then Kel said, I'm going to go with Windjet. Thank you kindly. Let's see. Oh, like I said before, does anyone have any questions, discussion topics, or just want to talk about your day? Kel said, I think the fusion would have a cool personality too. Interesting. How do you see like Winslow's personality and my personality kind of like coming together? Like, what do you see? How do you feel like they mix? Nani said, do you like Beth? I'm vibing with Beth, most definitely. Beth, throughout the date, talked about how she was becoming increasingly like more and more comfortable, and that she was surprised at how much we had in common, and that at first she was nervous, but how like her nervousness is like past, and that she thinks that if I like don't move, that we could really work out and like a dating thing. She says that she'll be able to like really tell whether or not we'd be a good match after like 3 or 5 dates or so. I'm like, feel free to like take your time on like figuring that out because I don't want to rush into anything. Um, but right now, like I said, there's just one thing I don't know about Beth. She's told me like there's something I haven't told you. And she's like, it's not anything super bad, it's just personal. I don't really know what that thing is, but that could make or break depending on what it is. I don't think it's bad. I believe her when she says it's not bad. But because I don't know what it is, I can't say like here or there. And her one thing where she's not sure about whether or not we could like date is like whether or not I move. She's like, if you move, I couldn't really see it working, and I understand that. Let's see. Ryan said jet, but dressed as a hipster. Then Nani said noise. Kel said like he would fight all cool and collected, but when he gets in a good hit, he's like, "Ha, gotcha, nigga." I just think that's weird to say in a Dragon Ball context. But I do think that's interesting. Is it Potara earring fusion, or is it Metamoran? Because Metamoran fusion, um, it defaults to like the jacket design, where you have like the jacket and like the poofy pants. If it's Potara fusion, then it's a combination of the clothes we're wearing. I feel like with how you have our individual outfits, you're probably gonna go for like Potara fusion. Ryan said, "Does Winslow use the N word?" He doesn't. I've given Winslow permission to use the N word, and he has not. Oh, I got bit by a mosquito the other day, which is why I'm like picking with my arm. Nani said, "Lol, Ryan, I want to know now." He doesn't. He's had plenty of opportunities to, and he's not comfortable with it, and that's fine. He doesn't have to say it. Ryan uses it, and Ryan I feel like uses it like well. He doesn't say it for no reason. Ryan uses it in similar context to how I would use it. Let's see, Kel said, "I like using the Batara fusion because I like to combine outfits." And then Kel said, "Winslow will only use it when fused." When we're fused, we're mixed. Let's see. And it's not just like black and white, but Saiyan. Is Winslow like a half Saiyan? Ryan said, "I've used it sparingly." He didn't say it, but I understood what you meant. And yeah, Ryan doesn't say it like all the time. And then Ryan said, "And only when alone with Jet." Oh, okay. I didn't know if you used it outside of hanging out or not. I've never asked that, actually. Um, but I think it's fine, Ryan. What am I thinking about? I think Jared, my roommate, he would sometimes just say it just to say it, like just to use it as a word. And that wasn't like the worst thing in the world. And then his brother Miles, he would sometimes just like yell it when like playing video games, and he'd like call people that like while playing video games. And I'm like, ooh, that's kind of gross. Because a lot of times when I say nigga, it's like someone messed up. I don't use it as like a term of endearment, so it sounds weird. Kel said Winslow is saying enough for me to draw the fusion as a Super Saiyan. Fair, fair. Ryan said, "Call you a bitch though." So a big thing that Ryan did, I think a while ago, I said I've never really heard Ryan say bitch, and since then, Ryan's gone hard with just saying bitch. He's been getting really into it. Ryan said, "I think Allison is gonna make me use bitch more." How? How is Allison gonna make you use a word more than you like already do? Also, I shouldn't have done that. I keep doing this thing where I'll mess with my ear, and then like earwax will come out, and I'll be like, "But the whole purpose of earwax is to protect my ears." Why am I removing this earwax that's not actually causing any problems? Let's see. So Ryan said Allison has made Ryan use it more. Okay, so Ryan, you feel like Allison's imprinting on you? So because of the fact that like she says bitch more, you say bitch more? That's interesting, to say the least. Um, Kel said, "How powerful would the fusion be, lol? Like, how would you rank Windjet?" Well, if Aiden's a Saiyan, what's the highest Saiyan form that Winslow has achieved? Because that will determine a lot. If, when our outfits combine, we keep the reality machine, like the watch, we're really as strong as we want to be because we can imagine whatever we want and just summon it. So, hey, that's pretty good. You know what I mean? Um, like my character alone seems to have, from like what you've drawn, like an Iron Man style armor, and I have the ability to summon anything that I can imagine, so that's pretty dope. And then Winslow is like a scientist and a Saiyan. Your boys like Bardock back in the day. So we have the power of like science, being a hipster, Iron Man, um, the ability to create anything that we want, essentially, and Super Saiyan power fused all together. So that's pretty strong. Let's see. Nani said Super Saiyan Re. Then Ryan said middle tier. Then Nani said, "What if Goku screamed Re instead of Ah?" I think it would be annoying. Kel said, "I'm gonna say Winslow trained enough to go Super Saiyan 2, and the fusion would be powerful enough to go Super Saiyan 3. Mostly because I want to draw Super Saiyan 3." Oh, now that I'm thinking about that, Super Saiyan 3, is it gonna have long dreads? Is it gonna have straighter hair? Whose hair does it get? Then Ryan said, "What about Goku Black yelling like that with a re instead of huh?" Then I'd be rooting even harder for him to die. I haven't been watching Super Dragon Ball Heroes, but I am somewhat curious now what's going on. I think Zamasu showed up in Super Dragon Ball Heroes recently. Let's see. Right now I'm searching This Week in Comics for DC. Let's see. Kel said the fusion is going to have straight hair. Okay, I see you. Ba-da-da, ba-da-da. Let's see. Date range. So I want to see comics from. Yeah, today's Saturday. That shit threw me like a fucking baseball. I got hella confused. Today's Saturday. So the comics that came out this week. So Justice League number 23 is out. Oh, Young Justice number 5. Nigga, number 5? I only read 1 and 2. I didn't know 3 was out. I didn't know 4 was out. Fuck you mean 5's out? So I'm just behind. I'm just behind on Young Justice. Um, Gotta read Justice League. What is the secret of the doomed city inside of the power ring? There's a city inside of Green Lantern's power ring. Green Lantern number 7 sounds kind of dope. Um, I don't care about Adventures of the Super Sons. I don't care about Batman, Trapped by My Madness. I don't care about Deceased, which is just Batman fighting zombies. I don't care about Female Furies. I don't care about Harley Quinn. I don't care about Batman and the Ninja Turtles 3. I don't care about DC's Year of the Villain number 1. I think it's just a bunch of short stories. Deathstroke number 43 is probably dope as fuck. It's Deathstroke versus the Teen Titans led by Damian Wayne. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see. Kel said the fusion is going to have straight hair. Nani said Young Justice or Young Nigga. Young Nigga sounds like a rapper. Sounds like just an actual rap name that someone would pick. Let's see. I'm probably about to end the stream. Before I end it, does anyone have any questions, comments, concerns, discussion topics, or just want to talk about your day real quick? If not, I'll probably just cut the stream here. Um, I can't believe I'm behind on so many Young Justice comics. That really threw me. How did 4 and 5 and 3? How did 3, 4, and 5 all come out and I just not know? That is, the fuck shit is strong with that one. Let's see. Okay, if nobody has anything else to talk about, thank you all once again for watching. If you like this video, Kels said, I'm not going to do the Green Lantern thing. I'm just not vibing with it. That's fair, Kels. I dig that you're vibing with like the fusion thing and that you want to do like the Dragon Ball fusion of like Mia and Winslow put together. For the image, is it just going to be like Windjet like flying around? Is it going to be like Windjet doing like a move? And if so, like what's the move or technique? Is it going to be like Windjet transforming into Super Saiyan 3? Is it going to be Windjet as Super Saiyan 3 like doing like a Dragon Ball move or doing like an original move that like you came up with? I guess I'm curious like what kind of pose or action you're gonna have like Windjet performing, because I think that could be cool. I was surprised when you had the action shot of me in the armor. I was like, oh, dope. So Justice League 2018, searching it up. Kel said there's gonna be a bunch of different images of him doing different things. Oh, so it's gonna be like more than one fan art picture. I didn't know that at first. That's cool. Ooh. So yeah, I'm definitely hyped for that, and I'm definitely gonna share any sketches you do of Winslow as well as the fusion with Winslow. Hopefully, I'll be able to get a video where we like get his thoughts on it and his feelings about it. But yeah, I think I probably am gonna sign out for now. Thank you all once again for watching. If you like this video, make sure to smash that like button, favorite, comment, subscribe, and ding ding ding, ring that notification bell to be notified whenever we do these live streams. It's your host, your friend, your boy, Chip like the one and only, logging out. Peace. I'll see you tomorrow. Catch you later, guys.